I'm a little curious about the starts here as we do load on to Summoner's Rift. Once again, this is the Phoenix Rising Tournament. I believe we are in the Life group, Rated R Esports versus Conform Esports. Best of one, by the way.
Let's see how they choose to do this. Are they going to invade, or... It looks like just a 5 point so far. I don't really think either team has a great invade unless Lux was to start Q, but that really weakens her laning phase at the start, at level 1.
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's going to be any kind of murder bush shenanigans going on, which I don't think is a surprise without any pulls or whatnot. Wouldn't have minded the murder bush. Personally, my favorite phenomenon in League of Legends.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the murder bush too.
So I'm just going to be pretty standard positions. Teams keeping an eye out for shenanigans, but there's probably not going to be any. Set. How are you feeling about the jungle starts right now?
Lee Sin's most likely going to start red, so he can do a really easy level 2 gank. Sejuani can too as well. I'm wondering if they will do a level 2 gank. I think it just depends on positioning of the lanes. But most likely we'll get... They might just go ahead and try to clear their camps and try to get the level 3 as fast as they can. Look like, yeah, Sejuani's going back towards... her bottom side still. And she's not doing that early game.
Oh, they might be waiting for level 2. Level 1 gank, actually. Darkstar getting low. Glimpse is here. First blood to the Rakan of all people. He invests his flash and his ignite, but he does get it. Strong early start on the side of Conform.
Yeah, there's that level 2 gank. So I was saying you've got to be careful at the start there. You can't be pushing or getting out of position. You gotta have a ward up or something to let you know if Lee Sin's coming in for that.
And just at level 1, the Jaina has nothing she can really do for herself there.
No, because she usually starts shield, so she doesn't really have any peel this early, even for herself. So.
That's gonna be a real rough start for Riddle. Still, level 1 has gone down a significant CS deficit just on account of being completely pressured out for the first minute of game. Rough spot to be in. How do you when your lane starts off with that kind of breakdown, how do you stem the bleeding and stop it from snowballing early?
You just gotta farm and try to poke them down. Get an advantage or wait for a gank from the jungler, or you have to wait for them to make a mistake.
Well, we'll see if our friends at Rated R have the patience to really force that kind of mistake and seize the window if it does appear. Till then, you just gotta be careful and hope someone else on the map's looking to make it happen. So, top side, Kami is going in on point, and Kalik gets the worst end of that trade, but fortunately avoids that second bear trap. That would have really hurt.
Lee Sin's trying to sneak into that top bush there to see if Renekton, maybe gets a little out of position, but it doesn't look like he's trying to push out, start a fight.
Oh, but there is the mount lost here. Kami will force that one out, but just because Glimpse tried to leave a little. Oh, hello! Flash is traded. This Renekton is playing with fire, Proton.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have flashed for that, because if Renekton demounts you again and he's in his lane, he's gonna kill you. Like, your strength is being on that mount.
Oh, and now he's kind of stuck between a Khaled and a Lee Sin place. He gets a sun through, but nothing to be done there. Point and click gets the second kill for his team in under 5 minutes.
Yeah, so Johnny's just not positioned to help him out up there, but Cassiopeia is a little pushed up in the lane. This could be something here.
Yep, no ultimate available, but the slow is good. The sun comes through,
Ooh.
but...
What a good flash.
Absolutely necessary flash. Gets the Cassiopeia out of trouble, and will allow Conform to maintain their 1,000 gold lead.
Caitlyn has caught up a bit in CS. She was down, I think, by about 15, 12, 15. So she's slowly bringing it back.
Now, Kami's health bar rapidly approaching the bottom of the barrel again, but it's a Renekton. Probably going to be able to sustain that up a little and be okay. Hopefully.
I think I probably would have went with Conqueror myself on Renekton. I think it works better for him in the late game. He gets the healing from it and the true damage. So, if Kled does build a little armor, it makes it a little better for you. Yeah, at least it looks like he wants to get Kled going, like, pretty bad here. Which isn't a bad idea.
There's the ultimate. Cammy doesn't have his. Fighting 2v1 under turret. Wants to get this Kled. Almost gets it. Maybe one or two basics, but he's not going to find it. 3-0 for Conform. This Kled is getting ahead.
Yeah, we need to get Sejuani putting some pressure on some of these lanes so they can't just get these free kills top. I mean, she's invading right now, but it might be better to set up something else.
I mean, with Sejuani's just one of those characters. They need the level 6. So much of what the character does comes in from that ult. It's just real rough that pre-level 6, there's already so much pressure on the Sejuani to make something happen.
Yeah, she does have the CS lead on Lee Sin, which is nice. But he does have the 2 assists.
The race to level 6 going to be real important when our Sejuani, ironically named Boosted Lee Sin, does get that tool available to him. Where do you want to see them go first?
They do have a Inferno Dragon up, so I'm wondering if we'll see some wards come out to, so we can see that and make it a priority and not let the other team, because Lee Sin is actually going for it right now.
Yeah, that has been started up, but does seem like Rated R has sniffed it out. Dark Star is heading over to it. Once it disrupted, they can. Tornado is charged. Will get a double knockup without much damage nearby. They might just have to give this one up, and they will. Blue team will get themselves a nice little Drake for their troubles. And, it came pretty cheap, too.
Yeah, they took a Janna Tornado, and that's not really going to stop you from taking Dragon.
No, not at all. Just a lot of the pressure in mid is to think for that. Young mid kept mono in place. Boosted Lee Sin was on the wrong side of the map at that time. Oh, knockup onto the Caitlyn. Retool's low. Ignite wasn't even needed. Royal Fufu gets his second kill of the game.
Get both the summoners and the kill. That's huge for them.
So that's really rough for Rated R's bot lane. But now, Boosted Lee Sin tried to put the pressure on point and click, but it's going to be Glimpse putting the pressure on this Jaina. That's 5.
5-0. Yeah, they're at around a 4K deficit right now. That's pretty big for this early in the game. It's gone on to the support, so it's not as bad. But the top laner has 2 kills, so...
Ooh, but Cammy might be able to. Nope, does get the mount back in time to turn that engage around. Picks up his 3rd of the contest. Starting to get rough. I think a lot of the hope for Rated R right now has to ride in this Lux.
Yeah, she's going even. She's only 3 CS behind, but that's pretty much even at this point. And I don't know, maybe if she could get some roams down bottom to help them get a little more control, try to burst out someone with Sejuani and her ultimate, but looks like top is probably going to go down. That's going to be 5 plates plus the tower gold. This Kled is massive.
Yeah, that's going to be a full value turret, just around 10 minutes. You don't see that every day, Broden.
That's pretty early for the turret. Usually when someone's getting it, it comes after 10 minutes, but if you're getting a turret Well, he did leave the last one there, but he could have probably taken it if anyone rotated up to help him. But that's a lot of gold going into Kled's pocket. See, I was thinking they should have got Renekton ahead early. I would like to see Sejuani like camp his lane a little bit, because Kled was playing quite aggressive, and get Renekton to the point, you know, that Kled wasn't a threat to him. But now Renekton's so far behind, he can't really do anything to the Kled at this point.
Now, I kind of get what Boosted Lee Sin was trying to do. They put a big emphasis on farm early. Oh, okay. As Mono, I think they stole the blue buff away with that one.
Nice.
That was sick. That was
Good
sick.
play.
Young Mid will get their ultimate off. Might not be enough though. Boosted Lee Sin will connect on the ult, but now it's 2v2. Here comes the Kled. Lux falls down. Boosted Lee Sin is next. Glimpse will get his second kill of the game, the 2-for-1. Buddy was not happy about losing his blue buff.
Yeah, and that is the danger of Kled's ult, the engage he can do from across the map. And, you know, if you're in the wrong position, he pretty much just gets right on top of you. You cannot get away from him.
It's really difficult to deal with, and Conform is utilizing it expertly. That being said, it's 11 minutes, and right now Conform is approaching a place where they can kind of be victims of their own success. They've gotten early turrets. Sure, they can keep getting kills, but they're going to mean less and less. What do they do when there's nothing left to conquer?
You pretty much just get every objective you can, wait for, you know, the lanes, get your lanes pushing in, try to put pressure in a lane when somebody can't react to it.
Oh, point and click, he will teleport in, getting kills in every lane now, just getting that merit badge checked off.
Yeah, point and click is hard carrying this game right now. They just don't have an answer for him. He's just so huge. There's nobody on the team that has enough gold to deal with him whatsoever. He pretty much is just going to roam around and do whatever he wants unless they can get some massive CC on him.
Tammy is certainly going to try, though damage gets through. There's a big shutdown onto the Rakan, but Cammy will trade out for it. Mono might not walk away free either. Samso wants it. One more, gets the double. 2-for-1. That's going to be mid-top for support. Conform will take that every day, especially since it could mean a Drake and a mid-turret. Youngmei didn't even have to participate in that engagement.
No, just got turret plates, which is really big for her as well because of her scaling, you know, gets her closer to that point where she's just going to melt the front line.
Mm-hmm. And yep, Glimpse will be picking up, I believe that was... Oh, wait, hold on. There's teleports over there. Is something going to happen? Nope, those were friendly teleports. Never mind. Mountain Drake going on over to the blue team, free of charge, just collecting their prize from the previous team fight. I don't think anyone expected Radar to try and do anything about that. I think that would just been pointlessly risky.
The vision has not really been where they've needed for the objective control. But I mean, the pressure that's been around the map, it's been hard to really get your vision set up, especially when Kled is so huge and he ults you from halfway across the map if you try to clear a ward or put a ward where they don't want you to put a ward.
But right sides, Mono on Lux is actually ahead of Youngmin in gold. So, you know.
She got that shutdown gold on Rakan, so that was nice for her.
Oh! But threat analysis complete. Point and click rolls on in, finds the Caitlyn, gets the Jaina with the help of Samso. But has he gone too far? Lee Sin won't find the stun, won't need it though. There's the big shutdown.
That is a huge shutdown for her.
Mono gets over 600 gold from one kill. However, that is the stasis utilized. Cammy tries to peel with the damage. Instead, hands over a triple kill to Samso on the Severe. We talked about the Kled a lot and what they were doing for the team, and what they allowed to happen was a 6-0-4 Severe to show up out of nowhere. And just, if respawn timers were any longer, that would have been an ace.
Oh, the Lee Sin play. Wow, no, he doesn't even care if their team, anyone's behind him. He just goes in, shows Caitlyn, you are not ahead enough to be this close to me.
No, I mean, the way Conform is playing, it's kind of impossible to accurately describe what's happening here, because if we're talking about any one player doing any amount of good, we are doing a disservice to the rest of the team. There's a 3-1-9 Recon on here. Are we talking about that? No, because there's just too much craziness going on. They are controlling every facet of this game.
Oh yeah, the engage that Recon had there before they took the mid lane turret, the first one, like, that was great. He came in, swiped in, got his knock up and ult, a bunch of free kills after they had just killed one of theirs. So they're getting returned. You might kill one of their players, but they immediately are getting it back.
The Lee Sin was caught out there. Third kill for Mono on this Lux. I love the awareness.
I really like that. They just pulled the trigger.
They're not counting themselves out. They must know the stakes. They're still playing.
Holy mackerel! Did you see the damage off that Sivir Q?
I was trying not to think.
That was over half their life. 2 items though at 16 minutes. That's a big Sivir.
That is correct.
How do you fight against this team right now? Because they have backline damage. It doesn't even matter that Cassiopeia has no kills. Like, Sivir is huge. Kled is huge. How do you... even Rakan has more support items than the Janna, and he can engage on them very, very easily with the items he has.
Well, kind of where they have made their money, though, has been with Roots, really, because so much of the mobility for Conform is movement speed. That's caused Lux's bindings to be very, very devastating. She connects a good one of those onto Samso, and they can walk away with another 1,000 gold kill.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta hit him before he... You gotta get, to where he will launch into you. Behind him, it doesn't work. If you're beside him or in front of him, Kled will immediately go to the enemy champion and hit them, and that's how you stop him. But if he's in front of you, you can't stop him. He's unstoppable.
So that is fine, I think, for Rated R. They get that ult out without committing much, but Livsy's saying, we don't need that to engage. I shall be the engage. Comes Rakan with the quickness. They focus out the Sejuani player.
Yeah, Sejuani she's not to that point that she's super tanky right now. She's too far behind the curve of the damage dealers that she melts just as fast as anyone else does.
So that's looking rough. A Rift Herald attacking an Inhib turret. Similarly, Luff looking. The turret's almost destroyed just from that. Fortunately, Rated R, they do clean up Shelly pretty quick. It's a sad day whenever the Rift Herald reaches your Inhib itself. That would have made them very sad indeed.
Yeah, at least they didn't get the turret yet from it, but it's severely weakened.
There's the Sejuani ult in. Doesn't find much, but that will find a ton. Mono will find glimpse there. Kemi will fall. Samso gets the double, looking for more. Triple kill. Picks up the Jaina. Mono can't seem to get away from this Kled here. The quadra kill for the Severe. Trades their own life for it. Well, is point and click going to be okay here? Kinda in an awkward spot with low health. Sejuani could finish him off, maybe? No! Could just turn around in the opponent's face! Don't do him like that!
That remount, if you're not paying attention to where the bar is to remount, that can really catch you off guard, and then, all of a sudden, he has so much health, and his empowered auto attacks they shred through tanks on the fourth one. It's a percent of health.
That would have been the most painful turnaround of all time if he did get the Sejuani kill there.
Yeah, I would have been...
that would be soul crushing. That just really breaks the old kneecaps.
It was good that Sejuani decided to disengage instead of keep engaging on that fight, even though Kled had low health. She's not going to win that one. And we're looking at a Kled with almost 3 items.
But they did get the kill on to Samso, so slowed them down the tiniest bit. and I do mean the tiniest bit, because they still pick up a Drake. Looking for a glimpse, finds his way over the wall. I mean, is Baron just what's next here, or does Conform not even need it?
They'll most likely go for Baron because it makes your, if you make a mistake, it just gives you a wider margin on that because of empowered minions. So if you do make a small one, it's not as big of a deal. Okay. And it's easier to push. You don't have to force, a fight under a tower that you could possibly lose. It just makes it a lot easier for them because they're not going to be able to wave clear at this point the Baroned up minions fast enough to stop them from eventually taking a tower.
Just don't really have that option available to them. Yeah. They're looking for the mid-inhib turret. Split push from point and click. So it's going to be the 5v4 defense. They might just want to let the Kled do Kled things.
Look at the assists on Kled, Lee Sin, and Rakan. Like, that is a nice amount of assists, just distributed through them. So you know who's been making plays on this team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Point and click, he has found his lane opponent, which is just how he pronounces the word meal. Royal Fufu goes in, will get the Caitlyn removed. Point and click in the 2v1, not scared at all. No rotation coming, he doesn't need it. As Fufu and Glimpse, they're rampaging in the base, they're low. Kind of a 4v2, but goes right in. And maybe not the necessary trade, but a fun-looking one all the same.
I just love the long-range Lee Sin and ult just from out of the map. A picture of the map.
Darkstar Show will probably take their final spill of the match as of a scoreline of 26-7. 4 members of the blue team sieging this inhibitor. Cammy will make a final attempt to stand here, but this Nexus, it can't stand long. In a 22-minute display of dominance, Conform Esports will take home the win on this one.
Yeah, that was a rough one. That Lee Sin getting Kled ahead like that at the start, it just made so Renekton couldn't really do anything around the map. Usually he's a guy who can dive in, take a beating, chunk out a lot of people and possibly get out or kill them. But he couldn't do anything like that. He had one item. It was too squishy.
Got real rough from real fast, and I feel like I said that a lot, but that is going to be this match for now. We will have another one later tonight, 9 p.m. EST. It's going to be rated R, this time against Team Rocket, if I have that right. Yes, it will be Team Rocket, 9 p.m. EST. So I won't say go anywhere, because that's a long time to stare at a Twitch page that's not playing anything, but do come back when we return.